Most families are one crisis away from losing the basics they depend on: water, power, food, and heat. And most don't even know it. I'm going to show you 5 off-grid secrets that could literally save your life when the system breaks. Many of these are the same systems Lisa and I rely on here in the mountains of Idaho, because nobody wants to live wondering what their family will do if the lights go out or the water stops. Number 1, the most powerful backup system isn't solar, it's gravity. Most people think their batteries or solar power are the backbone of independence, but they're wrong. A gravity-fed water system, a spring, a tank on high ground, is one system that keeps surviving day after day with zero fuel, zero sun, and zero moving parts to it. When the system collapses, you can live without lights, but you won't live long without water. And in a crisis, God's creation, simple gravity, often does more for you than the fanciest tech on Earth. Each 1 vertical foot of rise gives you 0.43 pounds per square inch of pressure. Not everyone can have gravity flow water, so if you can't get a water tank at least 60 feet above your home, then there are plenty of other ways to have running water with good pressure, but they're going to require a power system. And this one doesn't. This is one of the ways that you can take back control of your home and your future. Number 2, crisis survival comes down to one thing: knowing how to pivot fast. Most people think preparedness is about stockpiling gear, but in a real crisis, gear only takes you so far. The secret weapon, the thing that keeps families alive while others freeze, is the ability to pivot. Resourcefulness. When everything changes in a moment, you have to change with it. It's the skill of taking whatever you have right here, right now, and turning it into a solution. If your water system quits, you instantly shift to stored water and tighten your usual usage so that it stretches farther than you ever thought it could. If your main cooking method goes down, you don't panic. You pivot to whatever you've got: propane, or even a simple camp setup that keeps meals moving. If the roads close or stores empty out, you pivot from weekly shopping to pantry rotation, scratch cooking, and making meals stretch with what you already have on your shelves. This is the mindset of somebody who refuses to be trapped by circumstances, someone who isn't a victim. You may not have the perfect system, but if you can turn on a dime, you'll be way ahead. And honestly, once you start learning how to pivot like this, you realize something. You don't need complicated setups. You just need simple systems that work when things go south. And that's why we've made sure there's a place where families can learn these things the easy way without wasting money or feeling overwhelmed. If you ever want help putting these systems in place step by step, just take a look at thereadylife.com/academy and punch in the discount code 5SECRETS. That'll give you the best deal we offer on the Ready Life Academy. Number 3, the silent killer isn't a lack of food, it's sanitation. Everyone focuses on food, power, or medical care, but almost no one talks about the quiet enemy that kills more people than all of those: contaminated water, garbage, and human waste. The secret is unbelievably simple. You need 3 things. Number 1, you need a way to store water that can get you through a week or 2 at least, with a gallon or 2 per person per day. And this could be as simple as several flats of water bottles from Walmart, or it could be as elaborate as a large underground cistern that's connected to your home. Number 2 would be a way to purify water in case the emergency lasts longer or you have more people than you planned for. And this could be a countertop water filter, a lightweight, compact backpacking filter, or even just a way to boil water. And then we have a way to keep human waste away from people and sanitize things. And this could be as simple as what we call the Ready Loo, which is a 5-gallon bucket with a seat on it. Also, you want to have plenty of soap and a little bleach or disinfectant. That's always helpful to have on hand. In every major disaster, those who have these things are so far ahead of others, and they're going to be in such a better position. This is why your home must become a place of safety instead of fear. Number 4, Your system's strength isn't the equipment, it's in redundancy. Most people hang their entire survival on one solution, one pump, one power source, one way to heat, one way to cook, and that's a dangerous illusion. Here's the truth. Anything you only have one of is a single point of failure, and a crisis exposes those weak links without mercy. When you build layered redundancy, everything changes. If the well pump dies, you still have stored water, or better still, a backup pump on the well. If the power goes down, you've at least got a generator. And even better would be a full backup power system with batteries where you only need to run the generator for a few hours every few days. Or let's say your heater goes out or the power dies. You've got a backup non-electric propane heater, or better still, a wood stove and a stash of wood as your backup. When you set this kind of redundancy up, you stop living on a knife's edge, and you stop fearing the what ifs, and your family sleeps at night because you're no longer dependent on a single fragile link in the chain. And number 5, your pantry is your emergency fund. People think of a pantry as something that's for the big one, but the smartest homesteads use it like a financial buffer. When money is tight, you rotate through staples. When times are better, you refill. Your pantry becomes cash that you can eat, stability in unstable times. And really, it's a shield against broken supply chains. It's not about having a massive stockpile of disgusting emergency food that sits for years until you throw it out. This is about having a working pantry built with the food that your family actually eats, and a plan so you know how much of each item you'll need and can gradually scale it up. You'll start with a 1-week menu and stick with that menu for 1 week, keep track of how much of each ingredient you used, and now that's your baseline that you build from. You multiply it times 4 weeks for a month of food, or you could multiply it times 12 for 3 months of food. And now you've got your list of what you need to shop for, and you can gradually scale it up. And no, you're not stuck with that menu. You can eat whatever you want in normal times, but you'll know that with that food in your pantry, you could eat normally for a certain period on food that is normally part of your staples. And that's really what it's all about, having what you have on hand that you could actually pull from in an emergency. And I'm going to throw in a bonus one also, number 6. The real battle isn't for water or power, it's for control of your life. Every system, water, heat, food, and power, comes down to one thing. Can you care for your family when the plug gets pulled? You don't need 40 acres. You don't have to have a spring-fed water system. You don't even need a $50,000 solar setup. True preparedness starts with tiny, simple steps. A 5-gallon water jug, a propane cook stove, a winter car kit, a battery bank for essentials, a pantry with 3 weeks of food. These kinds of small wins can stack up fast, and suddenly you're ready to protect your family and able to help friends and neighbors when everything around them falls apart. And that's the heart of the Ready Life. You begin to see how quickly your home becomes steadier, calmer, and not so dependent on whatever crisis is happening outside, because most families are one crisis away from losing the basics they depend on: water, power, food and heat, and even sanitation. And we've been there too, wondering what our own family would do if the lights went out or the water stopped. Inside the Ready Life Academy, you get the straightforward systems that keep your home running when everything around you stops. Water that still flows, power for the essentials, safe sanitation, and heat when everything is cold. A pantry that carries you through tough times. And when you have that foundation, you're ready to protect your family and able to help your friends and neighbors when everything around them falls apart. So your home becomes a place of safety instead of fear. If you're ready to take that step to protect your family, to be a blessing to the people around you, go to thereadylife.com/academy and use promo code 5secrets for a huge discount, but only for a short time. And I'd love to see you inside. Stay ready, friends. God bless.